I'm going to go over some factoring trinomials work right now into binomials. Factoring trinomials into binomials. And I'm going to go over a little rule that I like to show the kids in my class, and I'm going to write it out a different way so that you can maybe put it in your notes, so you can always use it as like a cheat sheet for when you factor these out on the worksheet. Now, I've got 4 different trinomials written here, but they're written a specific way for a specific reason, okay? The first one, pretty much the most common, easiest one to work with. Okay, let me get this other worksheet up here. Oh, come on. Why are you being so difficult? There we go. This first one is the most common. X squared plus 11x plus 18. Not so much the 11 and the 18, it's this that you're looking at. The plus plus. When you have a trinomial that is plus plus in here, you know without having to worry about anything else, when you break it down into 2 binomials, that it's going to be x plus x plus. You've got 2/3 of this problem already done. All you have to figure out are the factors that make 18, okay, to fill it out, okay? So if you have a trinomial that is blah, 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 plus blah, 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 plus blah, 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 a plus plus, your binomials will be plus plus. Always. No matter what, when you're doing these general factorings of trinomials, if it is blah, 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 plus, blah, blah, plus, blah, 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 it will always be x plus something, x plus something. Now, these 2 right here are grouped because plus minus and minus minus will always make a binomial that breaks down into flip-flops. Oops, sorry, doofus. Sorry. 1 plus, 1 minus. Always, okay? If it is plus minus, if it is minus minus, it will be plus minus in this problem because they will work out that way at all times. So your trinomial, if it is blah, 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 plus, blah, 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 minus, blah, 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 or blah, 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 minus, blah, 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 minus, blah, 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 if it is this, it will always be the binomials plus minus. They'll be opposites. So if it ends with a negative sign, okay, if it ends with a negative sign, done deal. It's got to be a binomial that breaks down this way. Now the last one, x minus 6x, x squared minus 6x plus 9, when it is a minus plus in the binomial or trinomial, the 2 binomials that you'll factor out in this, the reverse of the FOIL method, will be x minus, x minus. Have to be. So for the last one, if your trinomial is blah, 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 minus blah, 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 plus blah, 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 it will always be a minus, minus for your binomial, okay? This little chart right here will be beneficial when you start working on the worksheet of factoring binomials. Now, this one we're going to work on more tomorrow. I'm just giving you a taste of what it's like today, and you can try to work some of the trinomial stuff later on. It's probably going to be posted around 9:20 today. You can work on reverse the FOIL method, okay? Reverse lattice, okay? Now, you're going to need to get pretty good with your factoring of numbers, okay? When you look over here, let me just do these handful of problems right now for you to give you a taste so you can see this. But this chart right here, I'd copy that down. If it's a trinomial plus plus, your binomials will be plus plus. If it's plus minus or minus minus, it's plus minus. It's flip-flopped. And if it's minus plus, it's minus minus. Always, okay? I'll hold it there for a second, and I'm done. Now, you can always pause the video, duh. This problem right here, I don't even worry about the 11 yet. You'll get good with this and just be able to look and know, oh, this is 9 and 2, okay? You'll get good just being able to look, but what you want to do is always go over to the last number and start doing the factors of it. 1 times 18, 2 times 9, 3 times 6. Those are the factors of 18. Now you have to look at the OI, the outside, inside. These 2 numbers, x times this and this times x, if you add them together, because they're both positive, do any of these 2 numbers add up to 11? 1 plus 18 makes 19. No. 3 plus 6 makes 9. Doesn't add up. 2 and 9 add up to 11. And flip-flop it. You could make it 9 and 2. It doesn't matter. But to test this, just do the OI, the outside, inside of the FOIL method. X times 9 is 9x. 2 times x is 2x. Since they're both positive, you add them, positive 2x. Okay? Now I go to this one. I'm going to do the factors of 40. 1 and 40. Very rarely is it ever going to be 1 and 40. But if you see that, if it's 1 and 40, and especially with these that are opposites, that middle number is going to be monstrous. So with this middle number being mediocre, then you know that the distance between the two numbers is not that great. So 1 and 40, 2 times 20, 4 times 10, 5 times 8. Okay, those are our choices. 1 and 40, 2 and 20, 4 and 10, and 5 and 8. Now, because it is plus minus, I know that my binomials will be x plus, x minus. I've got to figure out, it's going to be subtraction because one's positive, one's negative. So I've got to figure out what ones do I subtract and it makes 6. 5 minus 8, 8 minus 5 will never be a 6. 20 minus 2 and 2 minus 20 will be either positive or negative 18. Positive or negative 39. The only one is a positive or negative 10 minus 4, 4 minus 10. But since the middle number is positive, that means the larger of the two numbers of my factoring has to be the positive value. And then the 4 will go here. Okay, you could test the OI. 10x minus 4x is 6x. Win. Now look at this one. See if you can do that one on your own. X squared minus 7x minus 18. I'll give you a few seconds. Pause the video, work on it. All right, you should have unpaused it now. I'm going to do the factors of 18. 1 times 18, we've already done them. 2 times 9, 3 times 6. Okay, they are opposites of each other. It's going to be x minus x plus x minus. So I've got to figure out, I've got to make 7 between, oh, guess what? It's 2 and 9 again. Okay, 2 and 9 again. How do I know that so quickly? Because the middle number is negative 7. Negative 7, that means the 9 has to be negative and the 2 has to be positive. If I did 18, it'd be 18, positive or negative 18. If I did 6 and 3, it'd be positive or negative 3. This is the only one that will turn out to be a positive or negative 7, and since it's negative, the larger value's got to be negative. Okay, I know I'm flying through this, but you'll get good at this with the more of them that you do. The last one, we know it's x minus, x minus. This is a neat one because it's one of them, they're perfect square binomials. Okay, almost perfect, or it is a perfect square. We know 1 times 9 or 3 times 3. 9 and 1 will never make 6 if you add them together. So it's got to be 3 and 3. And the good news is it doesn't matter where they go. 3 and 3 have to go there. So don't worry about factoring trinomials quite so much. We'll do that more tomorrow morning. That worksheet will be posted at around, like I said, around 9:10, 9 o'clock, 9:10, 9:20, something like that today. The biggest thing that you want to worry about with the trinomials is just this chart. If it's plus plus, it's plus plus. If it's plus minus or minus minus, it's plus minus. And the last one, if it's minus plus, it's minus minus. Always. All right. So good luck. I will talk to you later. Have a nice day.